So, I said that I would redo my YouTube channel trailer like every 6 months-ish. I think it's been more than 6 months. So, I'm finally doing it. And I'm doing it because a lot has changed. So, who am I? My name's Joe. I'm a pastor, whether you like it or not. I have an undergraduate degree in ministerial leadership with a minor in pastoral leadership. I'm currently getting my master's degree in Christian education. I own theologyforums.com, and I do this. And I'll explain a little bit about what this is in a minute, real quick. If you want to help support what I do after watching this or some of my other stuff, check out patreon.com/tattooedtheist. It's where you can help financially support the ministry. So what is this? Basically, this is a no BS. You know what that means. It's a no BS spiritual or Christian ministry. I'm super fed up with like fake facade covered church people. I'm not into it. So I refuse to do it. And it's gotten better over time. And when I say better, I mean I've gotten more real over time. Because I just keep getting more fed up and more fed up and more fed up with the church and with like a lot of Christians. And so I can't do it. So if you have an issue with edgy Christian content, you're going to have an issue with my stuff. So you should not subscribe and you should just leave now. However, if you are like me and you are horribly annoyed with church people and fake churches and biased sermons and things like that, then consider subscribing, check out some of my videos, and come talk to me. See, a lot of people hate me. A lot of Christians hate me because I say it like it is. I don't sugarcoat things. I don't filter anything. I'm just me. I just say what I would say. I don't talk different to people in a church. I don't talk different to people in a bar. Wherever you see me, wherever I'm at, whoever I'm with, I'm always going to talk the same way. I'm always going to talk about the same stuff, and I'm always going to teach the same way because that's real. There's no reason that Christians have to be fake. I've hung out with so many Christians in church and then out of church, and they're totally different people. That makes me want to puke. So for that reason, a lot of people hate me. Even the people that love me feel some sort of way about me.
Yes, I can't stand you. It's why I sit most of the
Somebody's
time.
been drinking.
I have not been drinking.
10 times 12.
I wouldn't even know that sober.
Also, I do swear sometimes. I try not to in my videos because
Language. There are children watching.
Sorry, children.
basically if I put what I do into a thesis, it would be this. I take questions from you guys. They're usually questions that the church or other Christians are not willing to answer. Or if they do it totally from a biased stance. They won't give you an unbiased, objective answer to anything. So basically what I do is I take questions that you guys ask that the church and other Christians are unwilling to answer, and I answer them. And I try to answer them unbiasedly. See, my whole goal is to try to teach unbiasedly, to teach different theologies, to teach different answers to the same question. Because who's to say I'm right? Just because I have an opinion about everything that you guys ask doesn't mean that that's what I'm going to teach you. And that's my issue with the church. Is whatever the pastor of that church believes, that's the theology of the church. I don't agree with that. I never try to convince you that I'm right. And even at this point, when I get into debates with people on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or whatever, I shut it down real quick. Because I'm not here to debate you about theology. I'm not here to debate you about Christianity or morality or anything like that. It's not what I do. I'm here to have open, honest conversations about stuff. Like intelligent conversations. Now, if you're biased about everything and you won't consider a different view, you and I are not going to be able to talk. The reason I teach that way is because I believe it's the only honest way to teach anybody anything without a personal bias. Just simple information. Let people choose what they believe. Don't shove your beliefs down somebody's throat. So how does it work? Every week on Instagram, every week-ish. I try to do every week. Roughly every week on Instagram, I have this big list in a notepad on my phone of questions that you guys asked. There are hundreds of questions. So what I'll do is I'll screenshot a chunk of the list every week. I'll post it on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, but I only count the votes on Instagram. So you got to have me on Instagram. But basically what you guys do every week is you guys all vote from Instagram. You pick the topic that you want from that list, and I tally the votes. It's a true democracy, unlike the US government. So whatever you guys pick, whatever you guys vote for, that's the video that I do next. So it's totally up to you guys. Because again, I feel like the church never puts the power in the hands of the people, similar to the US government. But I digress. So that's what I do. You guys decide what I do videos about. I do not decide. So that's that. But Joe, what else do you do? I'm glad you asked. You guys have been hounding me for months about doing vlogging. Do I look like the type of dude that vlogs? Well, I'm about to. Because I'm learning how to do it currently. And by learning, I mean I'm watching a bunch of stupid vlogs on YouTube currently. And I'm figuring it out. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to start vlogging. Because you guys asked for it and because I love you guys, I'm going to do it. I'm the type of dude that doesn't even know how to take a selfie. It takes me like 35 minutes to take a picture of myself. I don't like it. So, it's going to be weird having y'all in my life. But it's going to be entertaining. Because I crack myself up. I think I'm hilarious. So we'll see. So wrapping up, if you guys have any questions or you want to send me hate mail, please do so on Instagram. Because Instagram is the biggest social media that I use, and it's the one that I get on the most. Just understand that when I go through those messages, I go through them in the order that they come. So what does that mean? It may mean it's a couple weeks before I get back to you. I get flooded with messages from YouTube to Facebook to Twitter to Instagram, all that stuff. I try to go through Instagram first, then YouTube, and then down the line. But I promise I will get back to you because that's the thing that I enjoy the most about what I do is actually talking to you guys. I don't like the separation of like public figures and the people who watch them or listen to them or whatever. I don't like that. I take the time to respond to you guys all the time because that's honestly why I do this. I don't want there to be like a disconnect between me and you. I want to talk to you. I know tons of you guys. I Skype with a lot of you guys. I've met some of you guys. So just know that I'm going to get back to you. Unless you just say like, hey or hi, don't do that. Like, bring something of substance. Because those I do just ignore because I don't have time for that. But, you got a question, you want to talk crap to me, anything like that, I promise I will get back to you. So anyways, I got to go. I hear my daughter upstairs, and I think she's about to jump out of her crib. So, I love you guys. Stay savage.
You can't tell me what 10 times 10 is?
I can tell you what 10 times 9 is.
This is why you don't drink,
like
kids.
100, wasn't it?
10 times 9 would be 90.